CC on top of everyone in Navi that he tries to run through and cancel, well, anything he can. If he can land in the middle of all that CC they're putting down, he's going to stop Udyr running left to right. He's going to stop the ultimate coming out of Nunu. He's going to stun and blow up the Karthus, and Cottonex is going to be put off from his general disruption as well. So he's not the most damage on a Nautilus, but he is just CC bot. So I don't want to call this as we stand, but we are 2 minutes away from finding out exactly how it's going to play out. Do you have any predictions?
I'm gonna just go through lane by lane. You have Kennen versus Karthus mid, and the thing with Kennen is once he hits level 6, he's gonna be able to kill Karthus with any type of gank. If he lands a stun, or if Karthus at any point is under 60%, Kennen should be able to kill him by himself. Whereas on the other hand, Karthus has no way of killing Kennen without a gank, and so I give the advantage to Kennen, but the thing with Karthus is, since he has that global, he's able to farm champions from his mid lane, so he's going to be able to press that farm advantage if Navi is winning everywhere else, and he's able to pull off kills from other lane against Kennen, so that's the trade-off in lane. Karthus is going to have a much better global presence, but Kennen beats him in lane, let alone. So if Karthus can get to that point where he gets enough farm, he gets his rod really early where Kennen can't one-combo burst him. You know, you get that lightning rush, that Q, that passive, and if he's able to land all his skill shots and AoE off, you know, I can even say by level 6, he can kill Karthus if Karthus is below 80%. So if he lets it drag on too long, Karthus gets his catalyst, gets that rod, he's gonna have too much HP for Kennen to one combo him, or it's gonna be very, very hard. And but at the same time, it's very easy for him to get that farm too, if Navi is winning other lanes, because he can use his ultimate to farm champions. So that's my feeling on the mid lane. You know, you go to top lane, Olaf versus Udyr. It's really, I feel like it's almost a skill matchup. If Darius burns too much mana too early and he doesn't put Udyr in a hyper defensive mode, Udyr is gonna be able to win that lane. But if he's able to get the harass off and keep Udyr really, really low, really early, he's going to be able to deny Udyr. So, definitely a skill matchup up top. And then you go back down bottom, you have Nunu Cog. Nunu Cog is not really strong in the earlier levels. You know, you got the double slow, you got the attack speed slow, but a lot of Graves damage just comes from that first right click, the buckshot and back out. And with Janna's shield, he's going to be able to just dash in buckshot, right click, and then it's gonna force Cog back. So in terms of harassment, I feel Graves and Janna's got the edge on that. I'm surprised there's no they didn't pick Alistar this game. They switched out Alistar for Nunu just because Nautilus and Alistar was such a good combo throughout the entire series for Navi. But you know, I also understand that, you know, Nunu is gonna help Kog'Maw get to that massive beast mode stage later on. That's why they're sacrificing the early game Nunu for well, they're sacrificing all that CC stun and displacement for a buffed Kog'Maw late game. So for TSM, what they don't want to do is they don't want this game to drag too long, because if it does, I feel TSM is going to lose this one.
Citizen is flashing away from Dyrus. Does get a knock up in the back, but nothing too serious. Quickly, before this game gets too far underway, as this is the last one, do you want to do one last shout out to our sponsors?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Just a quick shout out to our sponsors. We are sponsored by Kingston, Playhem, Astro, Twitch TV, and Gunners. They're giving out a lot of really cool prizes. If you go to solomid.net, scroll down to tournament info, there's a contest page. You guys should check it out. You basically go to their Facebook pages and Twitter, and you just you write on the wall saying how much you're thankful. Say thank you for supporting Solomid and League of Legends, something along those lines, and it's going to qualify you to win some really cool gear, such as SSDs, RAMs, or some headsets, some gunners. So you guys go to the webpage and then you can find out some more details.
And there we go. So plenty of chances for everyone to win while we watch who's going to take this game. Navi versus TSM, one game apiece. Hopefully they don't go too slow and boring and safe, which we see lots of teams do at this point in a tournament. Hopefully they go